This is going to be an interesting one. One of my first times on a water tower. I've been called to do some pumping on water towers, but I've never been able to get it in the schedule. But so this one here, it is, they're saying it's 90 feet to the concrete right there, and then they got the tower on top of that. But we're just going, I think, to the top of the crown right there. And then we're doing a real wet grout up there using, they had all the system, everything. All we gotta do is hook up to the system and pump the grout up there. I think 14 yards coming. So this is a 2 million gallon tank up there. And then we got the 90 feet there, and we are going to the top of this 90 feet. So I think they got like 125 feet of hose out, 100, something like that. So we are not going to be able to go in. A lot of y'all will understand that. I did walk up to a couple flights. Pretty cool in there. It's a lot of room, a lot of space. He was saying the base of this thing was actually probably about 40 or 50 feet out from that concrete right there, that ring, all the way around. So there's a lot of concrete and steel that we're walking on with this gravel. Here's a panel right here. But that's pretty cool. A little texture to it. So and they use that bucket there to pour most of the walls. Every now and then they'll get a pump incorporated. 4 to 3. So he said it's going to be a really wet grout. We're supplying the pump. They're telling us when to turn it off and on and all that. So kind of a first time deal. And this guy, you can tell he's been around us a lot. He put a piece of hail screen up here to catch a lot of the rocks that might make it through the sand. So we're kind of on standby here. There's the hose going up, and then it goes straight up basically to 90 feet, those catwalks. So pretty cool. We're gonna get the niche really slumped up good. Oh, I was gonna show y'all Foster. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all his motorcycle or not. My hat's in the floorboard. Foster made a magazine with his chopper. It's oh, look at that cutie. Chopper magazine, issue number 5, the Texas issue. Y'all can see that or not. But Foster made it, and that's not Foster. Looks like Foster. Let's see where it's at here. It's in here somewhere. A lot of pictures of this magazine. I am talking to Foster. We're visiting. Whoop, don't want to see that. Visiting right now about he and I building the bike for me. I think it'd be cool to build one. There he is, right there. Oh, Easy Rider. Yeah, there's Foster. Oh, I think that's pretty cool. He's a really talented guy. I'm very fortunate to have him. But some pictures of his bike. So anyway, if y'all are interested, like motorcycles, this is the Choppers magazine, the Texas issue. Y'all give that thing a look. I thought that's pretty cool. He made that magazine with his bike. But anyway, all right, let's get back to pumping here. They're slumping it up. All right, we've made it to the top. So it's a matter of pumping up there now, hopefully. Bit of an anxiety of going straight up like that and wondering about, getting a plug, but it worked out just fine. Around here, we put this hail screen on, which is working phenomenal. There was a lot of trash in this mix. You can see all the stuff they screened off so far. You see everything we're catching right there. So that would be getting plugged in that reducer a lot. And you can imagine that hose going all the way at the top. You know, it's probably about 100 foot of hose going all the way to the top up there. You unhook that, what's going to happen to this right here? So yeah, see all that? Can you imagine? That would be stuck in that reducer. He's got a radio, and the guys up there have a radio, and they go holler back and forth to stop the pump and all that. So yeah, that would be a mess if it wasn't for this piece of hell screen up there. Good idea. Alright, so we got them pumped down. I got the hopper pumped down. Now we're sucking it all back. They supposed to put some water in a ball up there, so we'll see. Foster's filling of it. Yeah, here comes. This is what I was wondering. Anything else in there? Water? I was expecting more. Got lumps in the gravy. New reducers, the pump's been cleaned. Oh, thing acts like a brand new one. Well, wouldn't be a bad view to wake up to, pointing towards the west. So, little trailer pump gig. Now we got two walls that we got to pump first, and they're about 3 foot tall, so we got to hold the mud really, really tight. But I wanted to add 5 gallons to it. Take a look at it. Got a wall all through there, and then we got this wall right here. So yeah, it's not as bad as the other one, but it's still there nevertheless. So we're gonna have to take it easy on them. So yeah, we'll fight that. We'll make it work. Turn your pump down a little bit though. We'll make that work. Down just a little more. See what we get to coming out.
Are you gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah. You'll say hi, Mom? I didn't know my mom watched until the other day.
Oh yeah, did she?
Yeah, she started chewing me out on the comments for getting up on the ladder. It all starts drying up pretty quick. Balas, paleros. Ooh, you're brave using that vibrator on this thing. Yeah. They're gonna let all that set up. We just got through with this wall here. So they're gonna pour this one down here, go across. And then that'll give that time to set up. Cross your fingers, and we can start pulling some forms or some braces off of that and start checking it to see. So need a little bit of sunshine is what we need, a little bit of heat. Pouring it pretty dry. I mean, you can see it's making beer cans off the end of the hose. And when I say beer cans, it's just little, you see it breaking towards the bottom. It's falling. It's not a smooth, wet stream. It's chunking up, and when it chunks up about the size of a 12-ounce can or a Campbell soup can, something like that. So it's canning at the end. So it's got a little dryness to it. So hopefully it'll set up for them where they can get these forms pulled on that. Well, while Foster wasn't looking, I snuck off. If you watch the Muddyfeet TV, you'll notice I caught some crappie yesterday, or which it was yesterday, which when you see this video it may be a few days, but anyhow, posted the fishing. Anyway, I snuck off to clean a few of these things. I tell you what, they have done great for us outdoors with these trucks, putting the 110 plug-ins on these trucks so we can run our fillet knives and all that. So yeah, anyway, I got a little break here. I can get away from the pump. I'm gonna clean my fish and get them ready to cook. So maybe we'll do a cooking show on the Muddyfeet TV also. Y'all check it out. Leave a link right there. Y'all come over there and have a good time, because that's the play channel. This concrete pumping stuff, that's work channel. You need to check out the play channel. We have fun over there. So anyway, I'm gonna get these cleaned. We'll get back to you in a little bit. Ah, we're on the last truck. Woo, it's been a long day. It started just before 4 a.m. for me, and it's 5 o'clock here. So I'm hoping this 10 gets it. That'll be 40 yards. They ain't pulled their, they're not brave enough to pull their forms yet on these walls. I don't blame them. But mud's still a little soft. They're going to do something with it pretty quick though. You know as well as I do, after about 2.5 hours, concrete starts to get that funny feeling. I don't know if this 10's going to do it or not. We may have to have a tag after that. I sure want to get my crappie rod though, run down there and check them rocks. If we have to wait for a tag, I may be heading down there with my crappie rod. We'll see. But this is another one of those lakes. We're at Moss Lake, north and west of Gainesville. And this one's been a tough one too. We've done some projects here that's, but like you seen over there at that Lake Bridgeport, there's some booger bears in here.
You got followers? You got followers?
12,000.
You making money off of that?
Beer money. Makes beer money.
Is it? How much they give you every time like 1,000 watts? You have to have a car. Yeah?
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pump the rest of it down and once in a hose. They want it for these, there's gonna be a lot of footprints, get these stakes out, a lot of holes these stakes out on both of these walls. So they need the extra mud to do that, and then they'll just haul off what they don't use, what dries up. So kind of sloppy. But they'll just have to clean it up. Just the way it is with these walls, having them let it dry. So. I've had a lot of people ask about how we wash our pumps out, and I figure I'll show them. We start out by just generally spraying everything down, getting all the loose stuff washed off. Let me get the grate first. A couple of key points I've talked about in videos, especially when I've done the maintenance on this pump and these O-rings. On this shaft, this rock valve is on, there's O-rings. There's a rubber O-ring on that end and on this end. They get greased on the back side of them, but no grease on the front side of them. And really important to get that nozzle and get around those areas and get that grout washed out of that, just like what Foster did. And see, he'll hit it a little more over there, and he'll wash it out real good that way. Because if you don't, what happens is the grout builds up inside of that little hole right there, and every time that rotates, it just sits there like a grinder, and it grinds on that shaft. And it's pretty, you are able to get them fixed, but it's expensive and it's timely. Last time I had it done, it probably took a week and a half to get that rock valve back to me. Well, fortunately, I had a spare then. I don't have a spare now. So what he'll do now is he'll turn the RPMs up, put the pump in reverse, and he'll start shifting it. And he's gonna wash out the inside of that. And you want to make sure you get the inside of that kidney seal real good. The flat part of that rock valve, you got to get it rinsed out good, and then you want to get all the material out of the material cylinders. That's what he's going to do now, is make sure that all gets cleaned out. It actually helps being on an angle like we are to the back. That's the cutting ring you're hearing squeaking against that wear plate. It's not going to be long, we're going to have to replace that wear plate and that cutting ring and the pressure spring. So it won't be long, we'll have to do that. But we did get the issue resolved with the kidney seal by putting it in backwards. I know some of y'all raise hell says I know the manual says to put it in that way, but it does not work well, I don't think, as well as it does when it's flipped around. Trust me, I maintain these wheels all the time, and I see the difference. Alright, we're gonna load these hoses up. He's gonna finish washing that stuff out. I'm gonna get to work on these hoses. We're loaded up. I'm going to the house. We got a rain day tomorrow, so probably just be working around the shop, doing some maintenance, things like that. So that is what's awesome about having the shop now, is we can do some maintenance when it's raining. So that's a big deal. It's a good deal. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little series here. We appreciate it. Don't forget to stay safe, stay hydrated, and be nice to one another. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.